I had a call with a restaurant group CEO the other day. I'm going to call him George for this scenario. George is a very, very smart guy. He said something to me that I think will resonate with you as a restaurateur. He said, Peter, we are full every weekend. People give us great reviews. We seem to be doing things right, but our income is low and painful. I don't get it. My response to George, said as kindly as possible, was that George, my friend, when you associate full every weekend and happy guests with the idea that you should be producing great incomes, you are lying to yourself. Filling up on Fridays and Saturdays, George, is easy because there's a match between supply and demand in your marketplace at those times. But Tuesdays, as a symbol for every classically slow period of the week, are when 20% four-wall net operating income margins are built. Without booming Tuesdays, so to speak, George, your current levels of income are likely your best outcome. Why is that? Why is that for all of us? Well, the obvious response to you is that fixed costs don't disappear on Tuesdays. Labor is less productive than it should otherwise be on Tuesdays. Your assets sit partially idle on Tuesdays. And when you're making money only when demand naturally shows up at high levels, this is the less obvious part, it means that you believe that restaurants are still production businesses, meaning if you build food, people will show up. That is no longer the case. In today's new meal marketplace, there are too many restaurants, too many ghost kitchens, too many ready-to-heat providers, and great levels of income are only really possible when you have a growth model that drives in more than your fair share of demand in slow periods of the week. So here are 4 truths. Peak incomes are built from non-peak demand. 2, marketing alone, as you likely now know, does not fill the gaps during those slower periods because any restaurant can do more marketing. It is not a competitive edge. 3, restaurant category leaders, meaning those who typically earn as much as their next 7 to 9 direct competitors combine, become market share leaders because they have built high performance growth models. They bought into the reality that we are all now performance businesses because of the levels of saturation in the marketplace, or we fade away if we are not. And 4, helping restaurant companies like George's company and like your company to build powerful growth models into their business at both the same store level and at the group level. It's exactly what we do. Visit us at DineRock.com to learn more.